opening 45 seconds.
I gotta say, Mortal
missing an LG.
did well. Well, I know, but he did a very admirable job of defending mid there. Whoopee with the jump, but very good job defending mid. He knew that if Ouija got a clear shot out into that, then that LG would come to bear. But with the rocket spam, he made sure that Ouija stayed in his hole long enough for Mortal to grab red armor and duck back over towards Mega. So I gotta say, given that disadvantage, he handled it very well.
Indeed, I would agree with that. And again, he set up the timing. This is kind of the critical thing, is that he has figured out how to keep Ouija, as you said, in his hole. And that's a big rocket shot. Ouija just took that, both his own splash damage plus a rocket from Mortal One, and this might be the first frag. Down he goes. And very convincing first frag indeed. Mortal losing a little bit of too much health that rocket jump. You can do it a little bit softer, but hey, who cares when you got a 50 below and red armor to boot. He's now 120, 150, and Ouija is just getting back into shape and needing armor desperately. There's only one piece of armor up, and of course Mortal One is nowhere near it, and so that gives Ouija 50 armor to work with. See if he it's going to be a little bit too tasty. I think Mortal One really could have baited that one, though. He knew where Ouija was. He knew he needed the armor. But hey, you know, 200-200 is not bad either.
And yeah, so far looking like tonight, Mortal was definitely playing the card of not really searching all too much for the frags, just wanting control, wanting position above all else, and only now, when he's got everything in the world, then he starts to throw out the ambushes a little bit. But even then, he doesn't go for a frontal assault. He doesn't just take his stack for granted. He just makes sure that Ouija is in the worst place possible, and Mortal catches him with his pants down. And there we go, another beautiful frag, making it 2-on-1 just a couple minutes into this. This is looking very good for Mortal so far. Ouija stuck in this corner. He's got to play this carefully.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, though. Mortal One, you know, he will pick up this frag, and look at the timing. Look how wonderful this timing is for him. Because if he RJs, yeah, he can get both. Perfect time for that kill, and now he goes straight back to the center of the map. He knows that he outguns and out-armors his opponent. That's a great rocket from Ouija, but look, it's just not enough. That stack from Mortal One will keep him alive a little bit longer, and there's the 50 grab. And this is actually really important, because by taking that 50, all Mortal has to do is any bit of damage against Ouija, and you know, he will be in a world of hurt. We do have Mega up in about 7 seconds. Mortal having all the stack in the world to fight for this, and in 3 seconds he will be in perfect position. Ouija already having to cut and run because he just doesn't have the stack to be able to. Look at the aggression from Mortal One, perfectly timed. And again, just holding this position, he's like, oh good, you don't have armor. Now I know that you have, you know, maybe a 50 plus some shards. So. Really, Mortal
and he's
One
letting him run with it.
Job.
He's, you know, letting him kind of simmer in that low stack kind of place of weakness. And so far, Ouija just really hasn't found that point, that chink in Mortal's armor, where he can really just start to regain a stack and kind of get comfortable again. And back here, I mean, it's kind of lucky for him that he rocket jumped, because Mortal, that was really a place where he could lay in a world of hurt on Ouija's face.
Oh man, doesn't even get to steal. And he should go down right here. Oh, does hit a beautiful rocket, knocking Mortal down to about 60 health and armor. And wow, amazing that Ouija survived that. He does get Mega to top himself back off, but that's really all it's going to be doing for him. And he lacks armor that, of course, has been taken. So both yellows going to Mortal. Ouija again, still in the bad way. This is his first opportunity, and he doesn't leave here cleanly. He had an opportunity to get out. He hesitated just a little bit. He's given away his position, and there's just a little bit of a scratch against him. He's lost 8 of that armor, back up with the shards. This is the first big fight that he can actually take, and he eats a rocket right off the start, and he has been destroyed. That one rocket has totally put him out of this. Mortal One will regain control, and he doesn't even have to rush back to red, because there's no way Ouija's going to be able to really fight for this. That's a nice rocket to push Mortal off. Oh, but look at this. He has a chance to do more damage, and it is done. And Mortal now only having that red to fight with. And he gets away. So this is a bit of an equalizer here. You know, Ouija with 80 armor, and Mortal One with 100 and just a little touch over perfect health. So again, we are back to a bit of an even playing field, but Ouija has to keep Mortal 1 out. The spam is late, and Mortal will get both of these, and it doesn't matter if he eats a rocket or not. He's even going to get away pretty cleanly. This is really big. Ouija had an opportunity to shut Mortal out of that easy red grab. Didn't get the spam in quick enough, and oh man, that's a nice big rocket. Very nice.
Yeah, like you said, timing an issue for Ouija. He seems to be showing up like 3 seconds early or 3 seconds too late to each grab, and that makes it easy for Mortal to basically controlled spam him and work him down.
Take a look at Ouija's
and in the meantime, Mortal's just waltzing around the map. I mean, Ouija, as he said, anytime he wants to make a fight happen, he's not really in the best place for it, and he's definitely not there at the right time, so that by the time the item actually comes up, you know, he doesn't have anything to fight with. So Mortal, he's really getting a lot of free reign around this. He knows where Ouija is most of the time. A lot of his spam can be really effective, and I know Grease was about to talk about the accuracies and showing just how much spam Mortal's doing with that rocket launcher.
Yeah, he's running about 16% with the rocket launcher, so he's definitely using it to keep Ouija in his corner, or his little spot on the map.
And that's the thing, I mean, Mortal is just in a place not only because of stack, but also because of position, where when Mortal pushes, Ouija has to be the one to step back. And again, time is really running out here, and just like the last map, we really didn't see a huge amount of score, but we really saw no real point where Mortal 1 is really caught down. And even though there were a couple points where, you know, rockets like that can kind of put him in a momentary, like Reese said, you know, Ouija has an opportunity, but where did the capitalization of that opportunity go? I mean, there are windows of opportunity that you could open up for yourself, but they are windows and they will close. Mortal getting out of here with only 31 health. The 50 is left up available for him, as is the 50 up on top of the rocket launcher, but he's ducking back down for yellow armor first. Ouija's going to take control of the top. That's going to put Mortal on the back edge here. Now again, a window is open for Ouija, and Mortal's going to be back here on this end of the map, maybe in a place of strength, but definitely in a place of good timing, where even, yeah, even there, Mortal is going to get away with the mega health, where I believe if Ouija positioned himself a little bit differently, he could have gone in for both.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the timing, you can see, like, Ouija's showing up, you know, like around 5 seconds early, and there's not always an advantage to that. Sometimes there are, depending on the opponent, but Mortal's showing up really clean.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, he's giving away the red. Oh, he eats a rocket. He's lucky that Mortal 1 didn't go center map. Look at this. Ouija's just chasing for a frag because he sees the clock. Only about a minute 10 left to go. Ouija knowing he needs to get on the board, and he hits this sad face. Sad panda. And, yeah, no worries at all, Gunner. Oh, look at these rockets from Ouija, but Mortal 1 is apparently the immortal one, as he has managed to get away with 2 points of life and no armor. Ouija is saying, why the hell aren't you dead? Why won't you die? And finally, Ouija will get the prize he is so sought for the last 3 minutes, but it is all too late. 3 frags and only 40 seconds left. That's a miracle and dream on DM13.
And Ouija, I mean, you can see the explosive nature of his ferocity here, where he says, okay, I've got the one, I've got no time to do this, so it's now or never. Unfortunately, according to Mortal, it's gonna be never. Ouija just got molested like a virtual tiger by a little Asian girl.
Alright,
yeah,
guys.
I think Ouija, we've seen him quite a bit. He's a good dueler. I think he just maybe needs to get that practice in with some of the really good players like Mortal 1. But I'm always really impressed with Clan Nightmare, because they have Decoy, they have Mortal 1, they have so many good players that come out every time, and they really seem to show what kind of clan they are and how good they are every time. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Dinner
yeah, I mean,
is served. So we are getting Chance versus Fleischer up next, guys.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this matchup. And like I said, I mean, Fleischer's with the Phone Man, EG's with Jansen. I think you'll see a QuakeCon